This is the second time I'm trying this video. Our internet has been playing up and I have a theory that it's to try to get us to switch to NBN, which I've heard is much better, but given what we're about to do, we're not about to enter into any new contracts. Anyway, I put on Facebook last night that we are going to sell everything we own and go where the wind takes us. And I've had heaps of private messages and people asking me for more information about it. How good's this short hair, by the way? Hayley, you're amazing. I love this. Not good having a front on camera sometimes because you see all your faults. Anyway, I've had a few private messages and calls because a lot of people see things but don't necessarily. Hi Deb, hi Lynn, hello gorgeous. People often don't comment, but they may see things. So I thought I might make a video because I had an idea just now in the shower and I wanted to, have a chat about, hello Lynn, about what we're going to do, why we're doing it, and also I just had this brainwave in the shower and I thought I'd ask if you guys might help me come up with a name. So this isn't the first time I've done something like this. In 2004, I packed up everything I owned and moved to the country and bought a hotel for 3 years. In 2007, I went to Darwin for what was meant to be 24 days and stayed 2.5 years. And then came back to Australia 17 days after meeting Shanton, moved back to Darwin, and then 5 months later, or 6 months later, we moved to Ghana. So I'm not afraid of change. And in fact, I really like and embrace change. And one of my philosophies on life is that I'll do anything as long as no one gets hurt and it's legal. So we've been umming and ahhing about this decision for a while, and anyone that's been in any of our close conversations has heard us talk about the fact that one day we want to live independently, one day we want to try this, one day we want to try that. So Saturday night we sat down and looked at our calendar for this year and realised that now is the time. So this is why. As you all know, we are building Ghana's first women's shelter. It's been very much the topic of my posts and shares for about 3 years now. We started Aussie Gunner Relief in 2010. And as of September last year, it's a not-for-profit that's recognised by the ATO, and now we've got great opportunities to get funding and support. But we still need to do the work to make this happen. And so what we're going to do is we worked out when we looked at our calendar, Shanton was already leaving the first week of September to go to Ghana for probably 3 months minimum. I was already leaving the first week of September to go to Bahrain for about 4 weeks. Then I'm going to Bali to host a couple of retreats. Then from there, I'm actually going to Ghana to join him and open the shelter and work out how it's going to operate, partner with local NGOs, work out the logistics, which is not a quick thing in any setup, but especially in a developing country where the cogs of government turn very, very slowly. So we thought and we can't afford to pay rent for 4 months when we're not working. It's just not an option. So we either had to sublet our place or give it up. So when we sat together on Saturday night, we thought, well, there's no real benefit to subletting. It's only stuff. Let's give it up and let's actually go. So it felt right. So I was talking to my friend Michelle in Bahrain, who's really good at this stuff too, and I said, we might just keep the bed and we might keep a few books. And she's going, why? Just buy a new one. And once we started really talking about it, we felt so liberated by the fact that actually we can just get rid of all this stuff. And as you know, I'm not attached to stuff, but some of it has memories. The memories don't go though. And we're going to go. So at this point, that's what we're going to do. We're going to go and we'll stay in Ghana as long as it takes to actually open and have the shelter running smoothly. Now, we're not financially rich people. We live really simply because all of our work goes to support the shelter. We also live really simply because we love to travel. And so we needed to be somewhere where we didn't need to be earning a living either. So we can do that in Ghana. So after we finished opening the shelter, we wanted to be free to say, let's do whatever comes up next. So at this point, and it could change, I may go back to Bahrain if there's work, or we might end up following our dream of being long-term in Bali. What we will do though, we've still got a heap of logistics to sort out. So I will keep my businesses and I'll come back and forwards and do training, not from Africa, but from Bali for sure. Some of our businesses may change, like I'd love to sell my app. Some of the smaller things I do, I'll I'll let go and not do anymore, and just do things that I can manage from a distance. And we'll also, Shanton will be coming back and forwards and bringing donations from here to Ghana and stuff like that. So what I thought we might do, and like I said, I just had this idea in the shower for those of you that have come on. Hey Mel, hey Lynn, hey Jody. I thought what I might like to do is, I've always planned that when we open the shelter, I'd write a book called Building Ghana's First Women's Shelter. And what I thought I might like to do is start a blog or some kind of, I don't want to use the journey word, but let's use the journey word, journey our experience. Hey Heidi, it's been way too long, beautiful. And so what I thought I might do is start a blog of some kind where we can share where we are at. So which country, what we're doing. And I thought I might start from tomorrow because it's the 1st of May. So we've got May, June, July, August to pack up our entire life. And basically I want to just, if there's anything we keep, I want it to, hey Belinda, I want it to be a small little part in a container. But my goal is to let everything go. Everything go. The biggest thing is going to be my books, because I've got thousands of books, as you all know. But yeah, we're confident that everything will go. So I thought it might be fun to start a blog saying, day one, this is what we've got, this is what we're doing, and sort of, you know, what is it? Is it chronicle? What's the word I want to use? Document everything that we're doing as we go. So Shanton's in agreement, because we thought it could be a nice opportunity, depending on how much exposure it gets, to we might attract that wondrous benefactor that gives us the last money that we need. But irrespective of that, it'd be really nice to share, because when we lived in Ghana in 2010-11, I did use Facebook a lot, and I stayed in touch with a lot of you on Facebook, but I didn't use videos, and life was a bit different then, and I've got so many more people all over the world that I love talking to, so we thought we'd share it that way. So what I want to ask, if any of you have it is exciting, have a brainwave for me of what to call it. I want to have, I don't know whether to call it Rayanne and Shanton's adventure, or the Sinkers selling everything, or call it Aussie Ghana, but I want to come up with some kind of name that's separate to everything I do now. And what I expect is we'll document everything from the day we decided that we're going to do this, and hey Belinda, thank you, until the day the shelter's open, and then where do we go from there? Because a lot of people do want to do this stuff, and I do follow a lot of YouTubers and stuff that do it, but I don't want to be one of those typical, I earn $1 million in coaching online, and here, follow me, and for $20 I'll show you how, because that's not my style. I will, however, be still doing coaching online, because I do have coaching clients, but I'll just be doing them on Skype. But I don't want to be one of those people that, come and follow me and I'll show you how to make $1 million. And the way I show you how to make $1 million is by selling you a package that tells you tell people that's how they make $1 million. Does that make sense? There's heaps of people doing that. That's not our style at all. So who knows if it would turn into anything. Hey Laura. But basically I thought it would be a nice way to document our experience. And then at the end, when we go to write the book, it's all there too. So it's going to benefit us in the long run. So I might even buy a proper video camera. I don't know. Who knows? I'm not going to buy anything between now and when we leave. And for those of you that are on my Facebook page, I'm going to apologise in advance, because I will be selling literally everything. But what I might do is make an album so that it doesn't sort of, I don't know, clog up the feed, and you all know what the intention is. But I'll be basically getting rid of every single thing we own, from the chair, which everybody loves, to some of my beautiful furniture and antiques and jewellery and basically everything. My goal is to leave here with my laptop, a camera, my clothes and my phone, and maybe that's it. That's my goal. Shanton, probably the same. He'll probably be happy to leave with a few clothes and his phone. We haven't actually discussed what we want to leave with, but that's my goal. I want to leave with my laptop, a suitcase with some clothing, and that's about it. So be prepared. It's going to be a very interesting 4 months for us. I am actually going to Bali next week, so I've already lost a couple of weeks of May, but I'm going to sit down probably tomorrow and work out the process, because every time I think about it, every time I open a cupboard, even though we live fairly minimally, the idea of getting rid of every single thing we own is kind of huge. So, and then also there's, as I said, I've got 6 businesses, I've got 13 Facebook pages, I've got lots of things I do, so I have to work out logistics around how to manage those, because I've put a lot of time into those, and I don't necessarily want to let them go either. So, whew, breathe out. A lot of planning there. So anyway, for those of you that have just come in, what I'm after is someone to help me get inspiration about what to call this. I don't want to say journey. Find me a different name. This experience, this process from today to when we leave Australia with just our suitcase and we don't own another thing in the world. God, that feels good to say that. So, but, and when you start to think about what's in your house, like you might think, oh, I've only got like 1,000 or 2,000 things. We've got tens of thousands of things, even if you think you're minimal. So, yeah, put your thinking caps on. It is an adventure, Ainsley. Put your thinking caps on. I haven't even had a proper face-to-face discussion with my family, I should actually say. But they do know. We've been talking about this for years. And then put your thinking caps on and see if someone come up with some awesome name of what you'd like it to be called, or what you think would work. What you'd like it to be called, to be me that like it to be called. What you think it would be a good name. And also, as a viewer, watcher, sharer, reader, would you prefer Instagram creative condensing? I like that. Would you prefer to see, hey wifey, would you prefer to see video, Instagram, blogs, a combination of both? Yes, I've already got 13 Facebook pages, but this would be something quite different. And obviously when I'm doing this, I'm not necessarily doing the others, so this would be less, I'm not adding to my life, if that makes sense. So yeah, have a think about a really cool name. I did think of Aussie Ghana and then a byline, selling everything we own to build Ghana's first women's shelter, something like that. But yeah, I'm open to suggestions, because that part of my brain is so full. I've got this list a mile long and I haven't even started our downsizing yet. So anyway, I just wanted to say hello and share, because so many people have messaged and asked me what it's all about. And as I said, I was in the shower, I got a bit of inspiration. Oh my God, inspiration. And yeah, it's going to happen. Definitely for the women of Ghana. Yeah, that's true. Thank you too, gorgeous Michaela. Yes, I love the blogging idea. Oh, if anyone could think of a name, I like the idea of Instagram videos showing what we had before, what we have at the end. I also want to do a tally of the money, because basically whatever we sell, we won't have an income when we're away. And it's going to be at least 4 months. So we won't have an income, maybe 6 months, even more. So whatever we sell will be what sustains us. And so I thought it would also be fun at the other end. I'm making this up as I go. When I say I thought it might be fun, I just had this idea. At the other end, to share how we make our money stretch, because we won't have an income. I mean, we may have some, but not like a normal regular income. So yeah, I just thought of that one. So yes, you better come and see me before we go. You've only got till the first week of September, and then we are out of here. So yeah, I think that's it. It's been so lovely seeing so many people on here, and I'm really excited. I'm invigorated. I'm completely overwhelmed at the idea of removing every single thing that I own apart from my laptop and my, yes, I like that too, for the purpose of and passion in Ghana. And this is what it's all about. This is, those of you that know, this is Shanton's legacy, to build this shelter. And if we have to give up everything to do it, we are giving up everything to do it. Oh, I like that one too, Laura. Living, yes, it's definitely living, Ailey. But the name for the blog is what I'm coming up with. Thanks, Jenna. So I love how many people I have that support our vision. And also, while I just remind you that I am selling my chair, can I just share that we've got the entertainment books up there? So if anyone wants an entertainment book this year, we get $14 for every book that's sold. And yes, that's a good idea. And we get $14 for every book that's sold. So digital or online. It's available all around Australia, and you can also buy them in Bali, for Bali, which is cool. So I'm just doing a little subtle while I'm here. And yes, the chair will probably be one of the first things I sell, actually, because much as I love it, it doesn't get used because it's so beautiful. I just like looking at it. So that might be one of my first big items. But as I said, it will be an album I'll put up on Facebook separately, you know, things we're selling. The collect moments, not things tour. Oh, yes, we like that. So, yeah, that's it. Thanks for joining us. Any inspirational names, please hit me up, and think of me as the complete control freak that I am, tries to get rid of everything we own. Now, we have, like I said, I have done it before twice, but I didn't get rid of everything I owned. I put it into storage. So this is a different scenario altogether. So think of me. And yeah, big love to you all. And it's so nice to see you, my friends on here, and so many people who support us. And I really feel it when I share a post about something. I just really feel the love from people, and the unconditional support that I get is awesome. So thank you so much for being here. Hey, Mel. And yeah, it is pretty cool, Lynn. It's pretty damn cool. So we'll literally be walking out of here with a suitcase and a laptop, going to open the shelter and then see where the wind takes us. So have a beautiful day. It's an awesome day here in Adelaide. Check this out. Like, this is meant to be autumn. We've got this blue sky. The Nothing's in Storage tour. Yes, from Aussie to Ghana with love. That's a good one too, Ainsley. Our charity is actually called Aussie Ghana. So that could work. And it's called Aussie Ghana because I'm Aussie, he's Ghana. So that's where the name came from. So yay. I could sit here and talk all day, but I know people won't watch. Thank you, gorgeous. Thank you, Libby. Hope to see you over there one day when we've opened it. Yeah, so here's to us being complete free spirits. Here's to me letting go. It's beautiful, Mel. Here's to me letting go of literally everything I own, and love you more, Lynn, and seeing what happens. And I'm off to Bali next week because I think most of you have heard me talk about manifesting before, and I've been wanting to go to Bali for a few weeks. Shanton Shelter would be good too. We are naming one room the Liz Collins room because my dear friend Liz donated $4,000. Can you imagine? So one of the main rooms is going to be called the Liz Collins room. That would be awesome, Laura. Thank you, Mel. What was I digressing about? What was I about to say? I've forgotten. It was something very important. I've forgotten. Does anyone remind me before I lost my train of thought what I was talking about? Because it was quite a... Anyway, it'll come. Bali, yes, thank you. So, as everyone knows, I spend 3 months of the year in Bali minimum. It's my second home. I love it. But the airfares have been outrageous. And I just sneak in the grass lounge. Absolutely. The airfares have been outrageous because we only have one airline coming from Adelaide at the moment. And they were up near $800. And I couldn't justify it, but my heart was like screaming to go back there. So I sat down one day and because you all probably know I believe in intentional manifestation and deliberate creation. So I sat there one day and I wrote on a piece of paper that this week I'm going to manifest $1,000 from nowhere. I didn't want it to come out of my own pocket, and I didn't want it to come out of my bank, and I didn't want it to come off my credit card. I said, I'm going to manifest $1,000 this week, and when I've manifested $1,000, I'm booking my ticket to Bali. So I did. So that's why it's a quick spur of the moment trip. As Leonie, my friend who does my reading, says, I'm a master manifestor, and I don't mind owning that title because I think it's kind of awesome. So that's why I'm having a sneaky trip. It is only 9 days, which is probably the shortest I've ever been, but my heart is crying to go back to Bali, and so I will go and just indulge in extreme self-care for 9 days before I come back and start this grand adventure. Anyway, have a beautiful day, everyone. Love you all, and see you soon, and come up with some names. I'd love it. Bye.